This call, Lena and I are discussing audience targeting in Facebook. So we have a Facebook campaign where we want to market the products that Lena sells to a certain type of audience. And the audience here, we're talking about it's somebody who's passionate about interests, or somebody who's passionate about the wellness, alternative medicine, weight loss, energy healing, etc. So the question is, where do you define this audience? So obviously you can go, when you're in a Facebook campaign, you can go into the ad sets and you can create an audience from here directly. But the neatest way is always to go into your ads manager and click on audiences. So always make sure if you've got more than one account, initially you'll start with one account. So yours will be Energetics Dubai. And initially you don't need to worry about it. But once you've got more than one account, like I've got about 4 or 5, make sure you always have correct account picked. Because I've done it a few times where I go and I create audience and then I want to run an ad and my audience is missing because I did not pick correct accounts. So over here you can see different profiles set up here. Okay. All right, so when it finally loads here, what we'll do here, you can see there is a couple of audiences I have created, but for the purposes of the training, we'll just go ahead and create a new one, all right? So you can see the button here called Create Audience, and we're going to Saved Audience. And it just pops up like this. Basically, before you create any ad, you need to be very clear on who you are marketing to, who are the people that are going to see your ad. So if we're talking about Burn product, and Burn product specializes in weight loss, it's probably going to be, I mean, males maybe, but I think your main audience will be females, aged maybe between 30 to maybe even 60. But I found that, you know, with elder generation, I guess, they are more likely to believe in, you know, energy healing or an alternative medicine. But I mean, we can try, right? So let's remove here, and for you, obviously, you can put Dubai. You can put multiple countries, but I always suggest, you know, you start with the home country first and just see how it goes. And I'm pretty sure you're going to have a lot of people in there. So the next thing you will do is you fix your age. So, you know, you also want maybe somebody who's a bit older because, I mean, those burn patches, they may be what, about $70, $80. So I don't know how many 20-year-olds would have it. And to be honest, 20-year-olds are still way too young for that. So I say let maybe from 28 and we pick, let's end at 60. Okay. Woman and detailed targeting. So detailed targeting, this is where you define the interest. Okay, you can put the jobs, what they like, even what they wear, what TV shows they watch, what books they read, etc. But for now, we're just gonna keep it a little bit broader. So you want somebody who is into alternative medicine. So you can see here it comes up, right? And then it's just as simple as clicking on suggestions. And Facebook is pretty good like that. It will put everything relevant into this drop down. So you also want somebody who's into health and wellness, personal care, self-healing, and you also want somebody who actually is after weight loss, because that's the main challenge. Weight loss. Yeah, let's put this, and what does it give us now? Suggestion. Beauty, slimming world you want. They're not necessarily doing physical exercise, so you probably want to skip that. I would put self-awareness. Okay. So something like that, okay? So once you've got, so then you want to scroll up and you want to see how many people do you have. So you've got actually 350,000. That's really little, I think. I mean, I had 3.3 million. I just can't believe that in Dubai, you can't reach so many people. So let's then start and removing certain things. Maybe personal care. You definitely want somebody who wants to lose weight, and definitely somebody who is into, I would actually almost do it this way rather. So let's keep it as weight loss here. If you scroll down, 56,000 people only. Okay, UAE. No, I think that's something else. Let's just do it one by one. So let's put Dubai, and then let's put Abu Dhabi. Abu Abu Dhabi. 81. What else can we put in there? How do you spell that? Shar like this. No, that's in India. There, I got it. 90,000. Okay, it's still relatively small. Well, anyway, I mean, you keep on growing. You can put even Australia in there. It doesn't really matter. The reason why I'm suggesting you kind of want to keep people in an area purely because you can get a lot of messaging. So, especially when you promote a product that not many people know about, you don't want to just to send them to shopping carts. They have no idea what they're buying. They want to talk to you because they want to buy from you. Okay, they want to build that connection with you. So that's why I suggest when you run a Facebook campaign, you set it up as a type of messaging campaign so people can message you. I mean, some nights, with my business, I can sit until 12 o'clock at night answering people. And that's when they build the trust and they say, oh, I really want this product, can I be added to your group? And that's how you get them into your group, you see. So you want somebody on your timeline. But we can think of other places eventually to go into this list. But for now, I suggest we have it somebody as weight loss. And also, you see how it says a narrow audience, and then also somebody who's actually interested in alternative healing. It may reduce the number of people. Alternative healing, alternative medicine, that's fine. It may reduce number of people, which it did, but at least you're marketing to specific markets. Because what happens is if somebody's interested in weight loss, but they've got no idea about alternative way of treatments, or they just simply could not care less, that they're interested, they'd rather go starve themselves or go swallow some, toxins and chemicals, they can click on your ad, but remember, you paying for every click, so you're going to spend money unnecessarily. Okay, so you want to be quite clear. Specific as you can. Yeah, you definitely want to, because you can also then further qualify your your leads with a headline on an ad, or with the first big question on the ad. So, but you definitely want to prevent those clicks which are not necessary. So because it's already so small, I wouldn't even scroll down. I mean, I've added quite a lot. I mean, my list would look a little bit bigger than this if it was for UK. I was doing it. It's a lot bigger. Um, let's try. What happens if you just say all? 67 people. Well, there's quite a lot of men interested in weight loss and alternative medicine. We can leave it. It doesn't matter. Still want to try and help them. Yeah, still very little, I think, but we can think of this list. Oh, you see, look, Dubai. Hold on. What about Dubai? This, you can't even change the radius. You see, like this one, it's only 25 mile. How far can we go? 50 miles out, 68,000. So let's call it Dubai Burn. You see, so now you've given this audience set a name. And then, why does it not let you to... Oh, didn't name it. Dubai Burn. There we go. And now you can click on create audience. Okay, so here you've got another audience and it's ready to use. So once you've done that, you now go back to your ads manager, and annoyingly Facebook unselects your account. So if you've got multiple, it puts it back to the first one, and I don't know how it does it to default. So once again, make sure you're on the right profile, and now you can start creating a campaign, and a campaign will be type of messages because you want people to message you. So here you've got we're back on Energetics, and I'm just going to click on once it finishes loading on create. And let's just quickly go and create a message campaign from beginning, so you can see where you would use the audience, how it slots in. So when you come to create, you can see that there is different types of campaign you can use. Later, you know, I mean, when you kind of build this brand and the product, the most effective one would be maybe to even have conversions, but that's also the most expensive ones. And with conversions, you've got to create your own sales pages. So that becomes quite complicated. But for now, we just keep it really simple. We don't need to build anything else then. And we just say we're going to create a message campaign. Okay. We're going to have this budget optimization on, and we're only going to put £5 on it. And then you want to click on continue. It's just, that's the maximum amount you'll spend a day. So every time somebody clicks and message you, or somebody even clicks, you pay. If they message you, you pay even more. So you won't go above £5 limits. And that's enough. I mean, some days I have like 15 messages, you know, from £5. And believe me, especially with a product like that, it's going to keep you busy. I was up the other night with something similar. I think it was with my other business. Literally answering for like 5 hours flat. It really keeps you busy. No, they just won't see it. It's just, you know, if your £5 is up and somebody opens a Facebook, even though they fit the criteria, they just won't see it. Yeah, but if they already seen the ad and they clicked it and maybe they forgot to send you a message, they want to send it later, that's fine. They can. Yeah, it's you were already charged for it. So I'm just going to call Dubai test. You can see how it says messenger here. And so we're going to use saved audience. So the saved audience we call Dubai Burn. See, you don't really have to go and first create an audience. You can create it directly from here. But I found it's a lot neater if you pre-create them first, then you just quickly pick whichever one you need. You know, it's better to get into the good practices from beginning rather than fiddle around with it later. Now here, that's very important because what Facebook does by default, it kind of puts it onto all the platforms. So it will put it on Facebook, into Instagram. You definitely don't want Instagram. I mean, it's great. You can do paid advertising from Instagram, but you don't want to mix the two because your money is just going to go up very fast. And you don't know also which platform works better. So it's better to separate it. Now, you see, also the advice is ready to select mobile because mobile converts best. But we can test it. You know, we can have one with mobile and desktop and one just mobile and see what works better. I've tried it from other businesses. I honestly can't see any difference. But a word of advice is just use mobile. But let's leave it both for now. Now here, you want to definitely unselect all of it. You don't want anything. You only want Messenger. No, I want to keep Messenger because obviously they're going to message you. And you want to keep the feed, newsfeed, Messenger, and then select everything else. So this is just the Facebook. It's very streamlined, you know, your ad, and doesn't puts it everywhere. I'm just gonna. Yeah, you've got to unselect it. Yeah. Okay, and then you click continue. So now we've set up a campaign, we've got an ad set, and this is where you're actually going to write the ad. So that's where you upload your picture, you put your text, and also you put your heading for the message. Okay. So when you create ad, it goes into review by Facebook, and they can reject it for any really reason. I also always recommend creating 2 accounts before even advertising, because sometimes they can shut your accounts, and I know some people who's lost their accounts and you can't get it back, and that's like for no apparent reason. We'll create energetic Dubai and then energetic Dubai backup, and just just leave it. So headline, you would want to so headline is very important. So maybe how to lose weight in healthy and natural way. I'm not sure this is the best headline, but it's always the rule of so what, So you look at your ad and you're like, oh, so what? So what? And if you go, this is really good. So always ask yourself, so what? Would you buy into it? That's the most important question to ask. So it needs to be something that catches your attention. I can send you a list of really good punchlines to use. And here you're right, are you struggling with weight loss and feel like giving up on fitting into your favorite pair of jeans, something like that. And then you maybe want to explain more. And at the end, always remember call to action. Message me for more information about this revolutionary product, something like this. On a products like that, I wouldn't put a link to the shopping cart, because you need to educate people. You need to build trust with them. They don't know you. Okay. So, and then that's it really, then, yeah, you'd obviously select an appropriate image. Okay. So add media, you go pick an image, something relevant to that ad. So somebody losing weight, or something that makes sense, and then you click on publish, and that's it, and that's your first ad done. Yeah, correct. Yes, and then you can publish or confirm really. Yeah, yeah, and and this is the chat. So if somebody messages you, you will see this chat come up on a Facebook, and then you can talk to them. So then the next step would be to obviously have a conversation, explain to them more how it works, etc. And what I can do is, I can share some examples with how to do it best. And then once you build the trust in that, you can say to them, look, I've got this Facebook group I've created where I put a lot of information, there's testimonials, there's videos. Would you like to be added? And if they say yes, you add them a link, and then they're in your group. But that's another conversation. I can show you also how to set it all up. Yeah. Have you got questions? It's quite a lot of information. Step by step, based on what you said on my own time. And I'll just go through our video again, and then I have a question. Actually, quite fun. The only thing is, so once you change your audience campaign or anything, or just in case you want to cancel it for some reason, can you do this? Is it more adjustable? Yeah, of course, you can just go. So let's say, once you confirm it, I'm not going to confirm it. I'm actually going to I'm going to jump out of here. Hold on. And then you can go back into your ad manager. Let's go back into the ad manager. Sorry, I've just got too many leaf page. You can edit anything. What I don't recommend doing is when let's say your campaign has been running for a few days, and you get, especially if you start getting messages, you start getting impressions. So it means, the ad is being shown to people. You don't want to start making changes. If you really want to make a change, you duplicate it. And in the new copy, on the new version of the ad, you change the ad, whatever you need to change, and then you publish it and you pause the old version. Does it make sense? Yeah. So you'll just go edit. You see there's an edit button. Like for now, it's fine because it's not running, right? It's not like mine is in review. But let's say if I had messages like this one, and I only published it like a couple of hours ago, but still I already had a message. I wouldn't mess with it. I would click on duplicate it, create new version, publish it, and then this one I can either delete it, there's delete, or I can just make it inactive. Yeah. Cool. Okay, I'm gonna pause the training recording, and then the rest will take offline. Okay.